Have you ever found yourself asking, why do my legs feel heavier these days? Why do stairs feel more like hills? And why does getting out of a chair take more effort than it used to? Is it simply aging, or could there be a hidden reason? Here's the surprising truth. It might not be about what you're missing in your lifestyle. It's something you're already doing, something you've done your whole life with full confidence, thinking it was helping you. Because for years, we've been told that all fruits are good, natural, healing, energizing. And for the most part, that's true. But not all fruits age well with us. In fact, some fruits, especially ones you eat every week without a second thought, might be quietly causing leg weakness, joint pain, and creeping inflammation that worsens mobility over time. You won't notice it immediately. But over time, these so-called healthy fruits can slowly drain strength from your legs, make your knees feel stiff, your ankles swollen, and rob you of your freedom to move easily. Let's reveal the 9 worst fruits seniors over 60 should avoid or limit, especially if you want to preserve strong legs, reduce pain, and remain active and mobile. 1. Pineapple, a double-edged sword for aging joints. Pineapple has long been praised as one of nature's healing fruits. It's tropical, juicy, and refreshing, and it contains an enzyme called bromelain, which is widely known for its anti-inflammatory effects. For younger individuals or those recovering from minor injuries, bromelain can help reduce swelling and support recovery. But here's what few people talk about. Pineapple can become harmful as we age, particularly for those over 60. While it might seem like the perfect fruit to calm inflammation, pineapple's benefits often come with hidden risks for older adults. First, consider the high acidity of pineapple. That sharp, tangy bite you taste comes from citric acid, and while your younger gut and joints could tolerate it, your aging body may no longer handle it so easily. Over time, these acids can irritate already inflamed or sensitive joints, especially in those with arthritis or chronic knee and hip pain. You may not feel it right after eating it, but frequent consumption can subtly aggravate inflammation in your knees, ankles, hips, and lower back. This can lead to a gradual sense of stiffness, discomfort after walking, or difficulty climbing stairs. Next, let's talk about natural sugars. Pineapple is deceptively sweet because it's loaded with fructose, a form of sugar that, while natural, spikes blood glucose levels when consumed without fiber or protein. For people over 60, this spike is far more harmful than it used to be. Your metabolism has slowed, insulin sensitivity may be lower, and your blood vessels have become more delicate. This sugar rush can damage the small capillaries in your legs and feet, the very vessels responsible for delivering oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. Over time, that damage leads to poor circulation, causing leg fatigue after even short walks, swollen feet or ankles after meals, burning sensations or cramps in the calves. And then there's the issue of bromelain itself. While it's praised for its inflammation-fighting abilities, bromelain interacts with certain medications, particularly blood thinners like warfarin or aspirin. This interaction can increase the effects of these drugs, potentially leading to complications such as easy bruising or excessive bleeding. The most dangerous part? These effects are subtle and cumulative. Pineapple doesn't cause a dramatic, immediate reaction. Instead, it quietly interferes with your body, slowly increasing inflammation, affecting circulation, and interacting with medication behind the scenes. If you've been experiencing a slow increase in joint stiffness, unexplained leg heaviness, or soreness that seems to creep in after certain meals, pineapple could be playing a role, especially if it's something you eat regularly thinking it's helping your health. Better choice. Switch to papaya, which contains papain, another enzyme that supports digestion and inflammation, but without the harsh acidity or sugar spike. Papaya is gentle on joints and far less likely to interfere with medications. 2. Bananas. Not always a muscle friend. Bananas have earned a solid reputation for being the go-to fruit for athletes and active individuals. They're packed with potassium, vitamin B6, and magnesium, nutrients essential for muscle contraction, nerve function, and overall energy. For decades, people have relied on bananas to prevent cramps and keep their energy stable. But for seniors over 60, the story is more complicated and far less beneficial. While potassium is vital for muscle and heart health, bananas contain more than just helpful minerals. They are also relatively high in carbohydrates and natural sugars, especially in their ripe state. These sugars are quickly broken down in the digestive system and cause a sharp rise in blood glucose levels. For older adults with reduced insulin sensitivity, this rapid spike can lead to energy crashes, increased inflammation, and over time, contribute to type 2 diabetes or worsening of diabetic symptoms. Even more subtly, bananas can promote fluid retention, especially in individuals who are less physically active or who are taking medications for high blood pressure. Potassium does help manage sodium levels in the body, but in excess or imbalance, it may encourage water to be stored in tissues rather than flushed out. This is why some seniors notice swollen ankles, puffiness in the legs, or even bloating after regular banana consumption. Another concern is the density and softness of bananas. Unlike fibrous fruits that take longer to digest and offer satiety, bananas are quickly chewed, digested, and absorbed. This often results in seniors feeling hungry again shortly afterward, leading to oversnacking and unintentional weight gain, something that can be especially hard to reverse with age. Additionally, bananas contain tryptophan, a compound that promotes serotonin production and relaxation. While this might sound like a good thing, it can also lead to post-meal drowsiness or sluggishness, particularly when combined with a sedentary lifestyle. Instead of providing lasting energy, bananas can lull the body into a mild fatigue, making it harder to stay active or alert during the day. And if you're someone who deals with arthritis, joint stiffness, or circulation issues, that extra weight and fatigue become even more burdensome. Add in reduced muscle recovery speed, and you've got a perfect recipe for leg pain, joint discomfort, and reduced physical stamina. Better choice. A small portion of avocado is a much more balanced alternative. It provides potassium without the sugar spike, includes healthy fats to support joint lubrication, and helps you feel full longer. Plus, avocados are low in carbs and can actually support heart and brain health, two areas where seniors benefit most. 3. Grapes. Little sugar bombs. Grapes may seem like a harmless snack, small, juicy, and refreshing, but for seniors over 60, they can act like concentrated sugar bombs that quietly wreak havoc on your body's metabolic systems. One of the biggest concerns with grapes is their high fructose content. A single cup of grapes contains about 23 grams of sugar, most of it in the form of fructose, a sugar that is metabolized in the liver. Unlike glucose, fructose doesn't spike insulin right away, which might sound like a good thing, until you realize that this causes fat to accumulate in the liver, contributing to a condition called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD. Seniors with reduced liver efficiency or a slower metabolism are particularly susceptible. Even worse, grapes are low in fiber, meaning there's very little to slow the absorption of those sugars. This causes a sharp rise in blood sugar levels, especially problematic for seniors who may already have type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetic conditions. Spiking glucose also causes a cascade of inflammation throughout the body, affecting joints, nerves, and blood vessels. If you've noticed increased stiffness in your knees, hands, or hips after meals, or even sudden surges in energy followed by crashes, grapes may be playing a hidden role. Inflammation from high sugar levels aggravates arthritis symptoms, accelerates cartilage breakdown, and weakens collagen, the connective tissue that cushions your joints. There's another issue. Grapes contain purines, compounds that break down into uric acid in the body. In younger individuals, this isn't usually a problem, but after 60, your kidneys may not flush out uric acid as efficiently. This can lead to uric acid buildup, resulting in gout, a painful form of arthritis that often strikes the toes, feet, and ankles with stabbing joint pain and swelling. Furthermore, many store-bought grapes are sprayed with preservatives or pesticides, and their thin skins absorb more of these chemicals. Unless you're buying organic grapes and washing them thoroughly, you're introducing chemical residues into your bloodstream. Over time, these toxins burden your liver and may contribute to chronic fatigue, skin rashes, or digestive issues. And there's also the psychological effect. Grapes are very easy to overeat. Because they're bite-sized and sweet, many seniors can consume 2 or 3 servings in a sitting without realizing it. That equates to a dangerous load of sugar and carbohydrates in one snack session, particularly harmful for those with sedentary lifestyles or mobility issues. Better choice. Choose blueberries instead. They're lower in sugar, rich in anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that reduce inflammation, and have been shown to improve brain function, memory, and joint health. Plus, their high fiber content slows sugar absorption and keeps blood glucose levels more stable. 4. Watermelon, the hydrating fruit that may be harming your joints. Watermelon is often seen as a summertime hero, light, refreshing, and hydrating. It's made up of over 90% water and seems like the perfect fruit for hot weather or after a walk. But what many seniors don't realize is that beneath the watery sweetness lies a set of risks that can silently burden your aging body. Let's begin with its sugar content. A medium wedge of watermelon contains about 17 grams of sugar. Because watermelon is mostly water and has almost no fiber, the sugar is rapidly absorbed into your bloodstream. This causes a quick spike in blood glucose, followed by an energy crash, something older adults are especially sensitive to due to changes in insulin response and metabolism. This blood sugar roller coaster can cause a sudden fatigue after eating, a muscle weakness in the legs, increased inflammation in the joints. For seniors with diabetes, prediabetes, or arthritis, this can be especially problematic. Repeated blood sugar spikes worsen joint inflammation and wear down cartilage, leading to achy knees, stiff hips, and swelling in the ankles or fingers. Watermelon may look innocent, but over time, it can add to the chronic pain many seniors feel daily. Another often overlooked issue is its diuretic effect. While watermelon helps hydrate, it also increases urine production. For older adults, especially those on blood pressure medications, diuretics, or with kidney sensitivity, this can lead to electrolyte imbalance. Potassium and magnesium levels can drop, which contributes to a muscle cramps, an irregular heartbeat, a weakness or unsteadiness. Many seniors also experience nighttime bathroom trips, and watermelon, when consumed late in the day, can worsen this. Interrupted sleep is not just annoying, it affects your energy, immune health, and your body's ability to repair joints and muscles overnight. And there's a more hidden danger. Watermelon has a high glycemic index, GI, meaning it raises blood sugar more rapidly than many other fruits. Over time, a high GI diet can increase insulin resistance, making it harder to manage weight, blood pressure, and inflammation, all key contributors to joint pain and fatigue. Even more, seniors often eat watermelon in large quantities, thinking it's a low-calorie, guilt-free snack. But eating several slices in one sitting could lead to consuming over 40 grams of sugar, the same as a can of soda. The body stores excess sugar as fat, especially visceral fat around the liver and abdomen, which is closely linked to systemic inflammation and reduced mobility. Better choice. Try cucumber slices with mint or zucchini ribbons with lemon juice for a refreshing, hydrating option without the sugar spike. If you're craving fruit, go for berries, which are low GI and rich in antioxidants that support healthy aging. 5. Oranges. Citrus that can sour your joints over time. Oranges are often viewed as one of the healthiest fruits around, rich in vitamin C, low in calories and refreshing. For decades, they've been promoted as a way to support immune function and fight off colds. But for seniors over 60, the story becomes much more complex. First, while vitamin C does have antioxidant properties, the acidity of oranges can wreak havoc on aging joints and digestive systems. As we get older, the cartilage that cushions our joints begins to wear down. The natural acids in oranges, namely citric acid and ascorbic acid, can subtly irritate the joint linings, especially in individuals with osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis. Over time, this can lead to more stiffness, swelling, and morning joint pain. For those prone to gout, oranges are especially risky. Despite being low in purines, oranges increase uric acid excretion, and this can sometimes create sharp fluctuations that trigger gout attacks. Seniors who already deal with foot, ankle, or knee pain might find their symptoms worsen after regular consumption of citrus fruits like oranges. Then there's the sugar content. While oranges don't seem overly sweet, a single medium orange contains around 12 grams of sugar. Many seniors don't stop at one. They drink orange juice, eat oranges as snacks, and sometimes consume them alongside other high-sugar fruits. The cumulative sugar intake can spike insulin levels, leading to the same problems we see with grapes and bananas: blood sugar volatility, increased inflammation, and eventual fatigue and joint discomfort. But the real problem often comes from orange juice. Commercial orange juice, often seen as a breakfast staple, is stripped of fiber and delivers a concentrated dose of fructose. A single 8-ounce glass can contain as much sugar as a sugary soda. Without the fiber to slow absorption, it causes a rapid glycemic load, stressing the pancreas and causing insulin swings. Seniors with insulin resistance, prediabetes, or type 2 diabetes are particularly vulnerable. Another risk is acid reflux, a common issue among seniors. Oranges, being highly acidic, can irritate the esophagus, triggering heartburn and indigestion. For individuals already on medications for GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, the acidity in oranges can amplify symptoms, leading to chronic discomfort after meals, bloating, and disrupted sleep. In addition, oranges contain oxalates, natural compounds that can contribute to kidney stone formation, especially when consumed in large quantities or in juice form. As kidney function naturally declines with age, the body's ability to process oxalates efficiently diminishes, making this another hidden hazard. Some commercially grown oranges may also contain preservatives and pesticide residues. Peeling the fruit doesn't always eliminate the chemical exposure, especially if the orange is juiced or if zest is used in recipes. These residues can build up in a slower cleansing liver or kidney system, subtly contributing to systemic inflammation over time. Better choice. If you're looking for a vitamin C boost without the acidity, opt for kiwi or bell peppers, both of which are gentler on digestion and joints. Berries are also a safer bet. They deliver antioxidants and vitamins without the sugar load or acidity of citrus. 6. Green apples. Not so innocent for aging bones and guts. Green apples are often thought of as the healthier cousin to their red counterparts. They're lower in sugar, crisp, and tart, often favored by people watching their carbohydrate intake. But beneath their bright skin lies a set of issues particularly problematic for seniors over 60. The first concern lies in the high acidity of green apples. Their tart flavor comes from a higher concentration of malic acid and ascorbic acid, which may seem harmless but can irritate sensitive stomachs and joints in older adults. For seniors with any signs of acid reflux, GERD, or a weakened digestive lining, regular consumption of green apples can trigger bloating, acid burps, or burning sensations in the chest after meals. Next, let's look at the fiber content. While fiber is generally good for digestion, the insoluble fiber found in green apple skins can be too rough for aging digestive tracts, especially for those with diverticulitis, irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, or slowed intestinal motility. Insoluble fiber in excess can result in gas, cramps, or constipation rather than improved digestion. What once kept your system moving in your 30s or 40s might now be slowing it down or irritating your gut lining. Another overlooked issue is pesticide residue. Apples are consistently ranked among the dirtiest produce on the Environmental Working Group's Dirty Dozen list. Even when washed, their thin, waxed skin can retain traces of pesticides and fungicides, chemicals your aging liver and kidneys struggle more to filter. These toxins, over time, can contribute to chronic inflammation, joint stiffness, and immune imbalances. Green apples also have a sneaky effect on blood sugar. Although they contain less sugar than red apples, they still pack a significant dose of fructose. For seniors with insulin resistance or diabetes, even moderate consumption can lead to small but cumulative glucose spikes, especially when eaten alone or juiced. These sugar bumps don't always cause noticeable symptoms right away, but over time, they can weaken capillaries, worsen neuropathy, and increase leg pain and fatigue after walking. Moreover, apples, especially when consumed raw, contain natural salicylates, which are plant-based compounds similar to aspirin. While usually harmless, some seniors with sensitivities or those on blood-thinning medications may find salicylates cause digestive discomfort, rashes, or headaches. If you eat apples as a healthy snack or late-night treat, take note of how your joints and digestion feel the next day. Seniors who snack on apples late in the day often report disturbed sleep, gas, or nighttime reflux, things that quietly degrade quality of life. Better choice. Try steamed pears or cooked apples with the skins removed for a gentler digestive experience. These still offer fiber and nutrients, but are far easier on the gut, and won't carry the same acid load or pesticide residue risk. 7. Mangoes. Tropical temptation with hidden costs. Mangoes are often viewed as a luxurious treat, sweet, juicy, and packed with vitamins like A and C. They're commonly used in smoothies, desserts, and even salads, and many seniors enjoy them as a nostalgic favorite from their youth. However, for those over 60, mangoes may be doing more harm than good when it comes to joint health, digestion, and metabolic stability. One of the main issues with mangoes lies in their extremely high natural sugar content. A single medium mango contains nearly 45 grams of sugar, mostly in the form of fructose and glucose. This sudden sugar load can cause sharp blood sugar spikes in seniors, especially those dealing with type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance. Unlike younger bodies that can buffer and utilize sugar efficiently, an aging metabolism processes sugar more slowly, leading to elevated inflammation, fatigue, and fat storage, particularly around the midsection and joints. These sugar spikes also impact circulation and capillary health. The small blood vessels that supply nutrients to the knees, hips, and feet are particularly sensitive to glycemic stress. Over time, consistent high sugar levels can damage these vessels, leading to poor joint repair, stiffness, and leg fatigue, making it harder to walk or stand for long periods. Another hidden risk is mango's potential to cause gut irritation. Mangoes contain a compound called urushiol, the same substance found in poison ivy. While the amount is minimal, some individuals, especially those with a sensitive gut or a history of allergies, may experience symptoms like bloating, stomach pain, or mild rashes after eating mangoes regularly. These symptoms are often misattributed to other foods, making it harder to detect the real culprit. Mangoes are also very fibrous, and although fiber is generally good, excessive fiber in the form of tough, stringy pulp can cause digestive distress in seniors with slower motility or weakened digestion. Instead of supporting gut health, it can contribute to cramping, indigestion, or irregular bowel movements. Lastly, mangoes are often consumed when overripe, especially during peak season, which increases their sugar concentration and fermentation potential. Overripe mangoes, when not stored properly, can also harbor mold spores or bacteria, further risking digestive upset or immune flare-ups in older adults with a weakened microbiome. If you've noticed that your energy dips after a mango-rich smoothie, or you feel bloated or foggy after eating dried mango snacks, you're not imagining it. These are subtle yet real signs that your body is struggling to process this tropical fruit the way it once did. Better choice. Try ripe papaya or soft golden kiwi instead. They're easier on the gut, contain enzymes that aid digestion, and have significantly less sugar. These fruits offer a gentler, anti-inflammatory alternative without the metabolic crash. 8. Dried fruits. The sugar-dense imposters. Raisins, dates, dried apricots, dried cranberries. They sound healthy, but they're not. Drying fruit removes water but concentrates sugar, and with aging digestion and slower sugar absorption, this can cause a massive glucose spikes, a joint puffiness, a evening swelling in the calves or feet. They're also sticky, which inflames the gut and may disturb medication absorption. 9. Fruit juices. The silent saboteurs. Yes, juice. Apple juice. Orange juice. Even fresh-pressed ones. They might be called natural, but they lack fiber, meaning the sugar hits your bloodstream like a wave. And for seniors, that translates to a weak circulation, a joint pain flare-ups, a sudden tiredness in the legs. Even if it says no sugar added, don't be fooled. Juice isn't whole fruit, and your joints know the difference. So what's next? It's not about fear, it's about awareness. You're not doing anything wrong. You've spent your whole life believing these fruits were helping you, and they were. But your body has changed, and now it needs different support. Let's replace those 9 fruits with joint-friendly, senior-safe options. Blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. Low sugar, high antioxidants, circulation boosters. Avocados, high in good fats, support insulin sensitivity and joint cushioning. A papaya, rich in enzymes that reduce inflammation and ease digestion. A cherries, lower uric acid and reduce gout pain, in moderation. A pears with skin, gentle on blood sugar, high in fiber. These fruits support your strength, not steal it. They help your legs move freely, reduce swelling, and keep your mornings light and your walks stable. Final thought. This is your turning point. If you've read this far, it means you care. You want to walk without fear, stand without strain, move without pain. And you can, starting today. You don't need radical changes. You don't need to fear food. You just need to choose what works with your age, not against it. Eat with intention. Walk with strength. And never forget, your independence rests in your legs. Let's protect them, one fruit at a time.